Second person voted out of Shrub, Texas Blossom, Thorns.
God, that's fucked up.
Dude, she was pissed.
I know.
Oh, she is not rocking with anyone right now. Jesus, bro, y'all cooked her.
That was the stupidest fucking move. Have fun losing again. So we just finished the first tribal council, and Catherine was mad. She was really, really mad. Whenever she was picking up her stuff, actually, she specifically walked up to me and she was like, "Did you know this?" And I was like, "Yeah." And then she was like, "Fuck you, dude."
If I was Jeff, I'd be pissed if I was left out of the vote. But, I mean, him and Catherine were too buddy-buddy for us to tell him what was going on.
From what I had heard from Catherine was that everybody was on agreement to vote out a sailor. So I was told. So it didn't go to plan. So I'm thinking this is pretty fucking crazy.
Hopefully Jeff goes next. If I'm honest, he really just annoys the crap out of me. Like, if I could have gotten rid of him today, I would have. He just really pisses me off.
My next target, it has to be Alexis or Trinity. It has to be one of them. I did think Catherine was our strongest girl. I do think it's quite funny that both the girls did end up screwing her over in the long run. I spoke this entire week about having a majority of guys so that we could all be in unison, but it seems as though we're not all in unison, so I guess we're gonna have to change some things to see if that'll happen.
The one girl during the last challenge was like cussing at us, so we were like, whoa, profanity. But I'm pretty sure she...
It's Catherine on the other tribe that had tried to talk to me on the first challenge. She was like winking at me. I mean, she was flirting. I don't think she was.
The girl who got voted out told me not to trust anyone on the prickly pears. She was like, I don't agree with the choice. No one in Survivor agrees with being voted out.
Post-challenge, we all hung out for like 2.5 hours. If we do end up going to another tribal, it's gonna be a little bit tougher.
So I do have a few alliances, but honestly, I don't really know where those alliances stand because it's like we're not too much focused on alliance as we are as such as group work.
Come on in, y'all. Prickly players, bluebonnets, welcome to your first individual challenge of the season. No, you are not merged. You will return to tribal council in tribes, both tribes, this Sunday. You are battling for individual immunity, so one person from each tribe will be safe this Sunday, but both tribes will go to tribal council this Sunday. But try your hardest. The tribe that has a member that gets first place in this challenge has the privilege to watch the other tribe's tribal council and gain some insight into the other tribe's tribal dynamics. This challenge behind me is your first endurance challenge of the season. You will all pick a spot, line up, balance on the board, and hold that tennis ball on that ping pong paddle for as long as you can. If you step off the board or drop the tennis ball, you are out of the challenge. Last two people standing win individual immunity. Good luck. All right, go. Get your balance. We are live in 3, 2, 1. 12 pairs of focused eyes. Right as I say that, I see balls swaying. Just like that, Octavius drops out. No other noises. Everyone is deadly silent. Michael falls off the board. Just like that, Michael is out of this challenge. Movement from Kat. Kat's ball falls. Kat is out. Right as I say that, Jeff falls out. Some people have not moved at all. Sarah swaying. Sarah falls out of this challenge. Just like that, we're down to 3 bluebonnets. Andres wobbling. Lots of movement from Roy. Crystal's moving. Andres' ball moves. Jackson, Sailor, Alexis, Trinity have not moved an inch. No one's dropped, even though Andres has come close a couple times. All right, it has been 15 minutes. Congratulations. This challenge will get a little bit harder. You guys have a 10-second transition period to move to 1 foot. Your 10 seconds starts now. Pick a foot, any foot. 5, 4, 3. Alexis drops. 2, 1. You cannot touch your board again with your other foot. Andres is wiggling all over the place, but he's still in it. This man has recovered more than anybody. Can he keep it up? Andres falls out of the challenge. Trinity showing her first signs of movement this challenge, but she recovers. Crystal falls out, and we are down to 4. 2 bluebonnets, 2 prickly pears. Every player up here just has 1 person to beat to win immunity for themselves. And just like that, Sailor falls out. Trinity wins individual immunity, but she is not done with this challenge if the prickly pears want to watch the Bluebonnet Tribal Council. Jackson moves. Can he recover it? Yes, he does. Trinity now wobbling. Polar opposite from what we've seen earlier in this challenge. Roy has not moved an inch. Trinity recovers. What a challenge. Jackson wobbles. Can he recover this time? No, he cannot. Roy has won individual immunity. It is now a battle between the tribes. Who will watch the other tribe's tribal council? Movement from Roy now. He's shaking. Roy all over the place now. So is Trinity. We'll come down to the last few seconds. Trinity wobbling. Can she recover? Major save from Trinity, if I haven't spoken too soon. Trinity falls out of this challenge. Roy wins to the Bluebonnets. Congratulations, Bluebonnets. With one leg but a happy tribe, the Bluebonnets will attend Tribal Council second. We'll watch the Prickly Pear Tribal Council and vote out the fourth member of Survivor Texas, Blossoms and Thorns. Trinity, congratulations. You will be going to Tribal Council, but you will not be voted out. And Roy, congratulations. In addition, technically the Bluebonnets did win this challenge, so here is your third clue to the immunity idol. Read it with your tribe. Both tribes, I will see you this Sunday. Prickly Pears first, Bluebonnets second. Choose wisely. See you then.
I have to tell what I said before the challenge because of course I was talking my shit. So I said, nah, because I've been practicing my middle split and stretching nearly every day. I'm ready for a fucking balance challenge, end quote. Then I get up on there, I acted like a damn hippopotamus on a stick.
I'm super bummed about the challenge. I was not good at it at all. My feet didn't really fit on the plank. Balance isn't my strong suit. I'm bummed, but you know, the game right now isn't really about challenges, it's about surviving the votes, so that's the main focus.
Man, that challenge sucked, man. I was so close. I stood up there for 17 minutes just to lose. And we didn't even get, you know, the last person standing, so now we have to let the Bluebonnets watch in on our tribal and see everything about our tribe dynamic. So hopefully the Prickly Pears can be kind of low-key at tribal and not give too much away.
I feel pretty good. I did like way more than I expected because everyone always puts me into the box of like, ever since I was young, like, you're not athletic, you can't do this, you can't do that. So I feel really proud of myself.
That's some bullshit. They let Inspector Gadget over there in the fucking trench coat have her gloves on. Cheat code for one.
The challenge was really hard. I was really scared about doing individual challenges because I was scared of like my ability to compete. Obviously wanted immunity, but there were certain people that we didn't want to win, particularly like Sailor and Jeff, probably because that would just be our two options for like who would go home.
I'm glad for Trinity because from where I was standing and what I was hearing, the boys were only cheering for the other boy that was still in the game.
Were they particularly enthusiastic about someone or like not?
Wait, what did you say?
Andress.
The guy.
They liked him a lot.
Honestly, when it comes to the other tribe, and like, I could give less of a shit who won individual immunity. I mean, good for Roy, I guess.
I mean,
I was so excited whenever me, Crystal, and Roy were the last three standing. It was the perfect thing that could happen because the power stayed inside of our three alliance.
I feel like we're like iconic. Like
the iconic trio.
I was literally standing next to Jackson right before we got onto the challenge bars, and Octavius is on this side, and Jackson's here. He was like, in his teeth, Octavius cannot win this challenge. And I'm like, bro, like, I'm pretty sure he can hear you. And Octavius like side-eyed over here, but I'm like, yeah, I'd hope so too.
I was planning my Trojan horse to go ahead and vote for Trinity or Alexis, so I guess, you know, my number gets dwindled down to Alexis. From what I had heard in conversations with Catherine during the voting process, I told Catherine that her vote was locked on Sailor, and she went ahead and she did the opposite, so that already tells me what to think about Alexis.
I do know Jeff is gunning for me. He said that he was going to try to get one of the girls out because they were the ones responsible for Catherine leaving the game, and there's only 2 girls on the tribe, and he told Trinity that he wasn't going to vote for her, so that leaves one person. If we vote 5 straight on Jeff and he has an idol, I'm going home, so we're going to have to split the vote.
It's your favorite alliance duo back at it again.
We literally talk every day, text.
I would say whether it's text, call, physically see each other, it's like we probably spend every single day together. So and no one has a clue. No one has a clue. Like, then how are we gonna split the votes? There's 6 people left.
Theoretically, I could only vote for Sailor. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And you guys all vote for Jeff. That actually could work.
Another person that's kind of sticking out to us is Roy, because we're calling Michael and Roy face cards. Who else?
They're gonna watch that too and be like, what?
I feel good in my place right now in terms of my tribe. I've been talking to Alexis recently because I know her previously. We just texted a little bit. We haven't really said much. I'm thinking I might want to make contact with someone on their tribe to kind of get some insight. But I know Catherine did that, and Eunice kind of talked around, and they're both gone.
I'm glad it was Roy, the one that won, because him and I have said that we're gonna look out for each other. So if my name gets thrown out there, he has immunity, so he maybe can guide them a different direction.
So
That's what I need to talk about. I don't know. Okay, that's fine by me.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Did you talk to Crystal?
They know. That's already
Octavius?
set in plan. Yeah.
Okay,
Octavius.
that's fine by me.
Yeah.
Okay.
We want you here.
Okay, cool.
I mean, but also like he was the first one out. He was the first one out of the challenge.
Oh, so
it
we're
shows,
taking it like in that sense?
I mean, it shows that he's like one of the weakest competitors.
I feel like the reason is a little BS. We said that we want to be better in challenges, but honestly, we don't know what the challenges are. He really killed it on on the previous challenge. So I don't know. The reason is a little iffy to me. It almost looks like it's either him or I, so I'll vote for him. But if Octavius has an idol, I'm afraid that my name is probably the next one. So in my head, I am debating whether I should put another name to make it a tie. If he puts down my name, and then I put down, I don't know, like Crystal's name, then it'll be a tie and we can re-vote.
I spoke to Catalina. I reached out to her. Everyone was talking while I was in confessionals, and they were whispering Octavius. But Sarah reached out to me, wondering who I was thinking. I don't care. I'll say it. I'm immune. I've got one-way ticket to the merge. I feel pretty good about it. I can't be tamed. I'm an animal. I'm gonna go for another 2 hours. That's a lie. But let's get it.
we're thinking that Octavius could be some kind of social threat.
Yeah.
Just because he almost seemed like he was like laughing. It seemed like he was almost like comfortable, you know?
Yeah, his interview, like he literally was like sprawled
Yeah,
out. And I was like, okay, like whip your dick out, I guess.
That's
like,
what,
you're so confident.
Exactly.
After the challenge happened, Jackson was walking with Octavius, and Octavius mentioned that he wanted to vote me out, and Jackson was like, yeah, for sure. And Octavius said that it was because he's close to Catalina, and then he just had a vibe about Sarah, and that I'm not trustworthy or something. So Jackson obviously went along, agreed. Immediately afterwards called me and told me about it. And then, it doesn't make any sense because I was the first one to tell him that he was gonna get voted out the first time and that Catalina wanted to vote him out. So I don't really know what he's thinking, but he's thinking something.
Update from the Canes drive-through line. I'm not driving and gossiping, don't worry. All that it is today is about making the merger. This truck's gonna hit me. Holy shit. Sorry. Crowded in Canes. If we're gonna kind of carry on our continuation of last week's voting, then that means it should be Jeff. The only way things get screwed up is if he has an idol. I don't think he has an idol based on I've heard that he's accused other people of having the idol, which would be a good move if he did have the idol, but it seemed more like frantic, like trying to figure out where the idol is, more so than a calculated play to throw us off the idol scent.
The plan tonight is split the vote 3-2-1. 1, this gives the Bluebonnets the false sense that our tribe is divided. It also is great because we're doing 3 votes on Jeff, 2 on Sailor, 1, I think Jeff's vote is gonna be on me. I'm gonna be voting for Sailor just because it will save myself.
Alexis wanted to split the vote up, but I think, Sailor doesn't know that. Sailor is probably whose name we would write there in that situation. The other tribes watching tonight too. I don't want any surprises. We're going to keep it nice. We're going to keep it clean. We're going to discard the second half of the Catherine Alliance, and then we'll be done. I hope.
Everything's getting so complicated this week. Like, this is supposed to be an easy week. We're trying to do like a split vote on Sailor, but then we're like, what damage control do we have to do when Sailor stays,
It's just been a really quiet week. I haven't been talking to hardly anyone, and to my knowledge, no one's really talking to anyone else. Hopefully this isn't, me being played, cut to me getting voted out and me being like, Like, I don't know, it almost seems too easy. So, I mean, obviously I'm a little worried. I'm gonna be taking my idol tonight, but for the most part, I think it should be an easy vote.
Sailor, right in his brain, thinks that it's me, him, and Andreas working together as the main three. He doesn't know that me and Andreas were already together before he approached us, and then he also doesn't know how much I've been talking to Michael and Trinity. So I feel like when he sees the other vote, he's gonna think it's me and Trinity, which could be a good thing because even though I am aligned with her, she's really underselling how much she knows the show and how much of a strategic threat she is. So I think if he thinks like we voted together, then that will paint her as more of a strategic threat.
Alexis and I spoke yesterday, and I'm kind of coming to a realization that Alexis is more connected than I am in the tribe. It's not like I'm not connected at all. It's just that I feel like Michael and Trinity are kind of leaning more towards her than me, and I don't want that to happen.
I am kind of getting suspicious. I'm trying not to. I'm trying not to let the paranoia run wild. I don't know. I just feel like Andreas hasn't been talking to me as much.
She told me that after the vote, they all went to Dollar Slice, and then Trinity made a group chat. That's kind of sussing me out. Why do they have a group, and I'm not in that group chat, you know?
Because there's a couple of things that I haven't told him, and so I'm just like, did he find out something? And now he's like, fuck you, I don't trust you anymore.
One thing that I thought would be crazy to do, I could totally talk to Sailor and fucking Jeff and tell him to vote out Michael, and then there would be a 3-2-1 vote.
I'm like, oh my gosh, he's plotting. You get paranoid so quickly.
Then another person that sticks out on their tribe is Jackson, just because he seems a little like cutthroat. Based on like the way he was kicking the boxes and like laughing and smiling right after.
As he's kicking it, his eyes were literally glinting with joy. He was feeling a dance in the air.
For sure.
After
A dance in the air?
Yeah.
Like the idol?
Yeah.
Like Jackson's the idol? I'm just kidding.
I'm gonna bring my immunity idol just in case I'm feeling a little anxious and paranoid. Not sure where I stand. There's always a chance that someone in the game of Survivor can blindside someone to try and flesh out the idol, and so I've tried talking to them, being like, hey, if y'all want me to play it and get rid of it, I can, but they've told me before they don't want me to play it and to keep it, and they're going to keep me safe, and we're going to try and vote out Octavius.
Jackson told me who to vote, and he told Octavius who to vote. So he released, and when he talked to me, he was like, we want to keep you in. I was like, beautiful, sweet. Like, you know what I mean?
Interesting thing happened. Catalina called me, and she suddenly said she was having doubts about voting Octavius. She didn't trust Jackson, who said he was going to go Octavius. She thought Jackson was going to try and backstab her somehow. It is kind of nice because Catalina did say us three, me, her, and Sarah. So being in the middle, not the worst spot to be in right now.
If I don't end up playing that idol and I get voted out and I go home with an idol in my freaking pocket, I would cry, like actually cry.
I'm literally headed to tribal council right now, and I'm so fucking stressed because everybody keeps changing the plan. Alexis is paranoid because she doesn't want to go home on a revote. So now she's trying to convince Trinity to flip her vote. Or she's trying to convince Jeff. She's trying to talk to Jeff and switch the vote. So it's pissing me off because I'm like, holy shit. These people are not... Like, why is she making it so deep? It does not have to be this deep.
Michael calls Alexis right before the thing and is like, I don't think I feel comfortable doing a 3-2. I don't want to vote for Sailor, so whoop-de-doo. And then also, Jeff has decided that 25 minutes before the tribal, he now wants to start gaming and he now wants to be like, who's voting for me? Is anybody voting for me? 25 minutes. You've had this whole weekend. Since Thursday, you've known we're going to tribal, and 25 minutes before tribal, now you want to text people. So it's a little frustrating, for sure.
Jeff actually reached out to me and Michael literally 10 minutes ago asking like what the plan was. And I told him I was voting for Sailor. That's not a lie.
I think Alexis is mainly paranoid about her getting one vote, literally one vote casted towards her. So like, girl, you'll live. Because no matter where the vote goes, it fractures the tribe and it leaves me in the middle. So I'll just let them think that I'm with them, and worst case scenario, they get mad at each other, so what?
I think right now I'm super chill. Like, I'm not doing anything too crazy. I'm not like, oh, I'm winning. No, I'm just like, I'm doing nothing. I am just a harmless little bird perching on its nest. I'm an egg that's uncracked. And it's like kicking the egg uncracked onto the ground. It's like, what are you doing that for? You're just not doing anything. You're just not just chilling.
Not loving that the Bluebonnets are gonna come watch tonight. They were kind of smug, like when they win, I don't know, with their little chants and things. They all went to Jester Pizza after winning the second challenge, and Jackson actually, when he saw Andreas, was like, point and laugh, point and laugh.
Right now, I think I've tried to connect with everyone. I've tried to be everyone's friend, and so I think everyone hopefully sees me as somewhat of an ally.
Michael, that man is a walking face card. Like, he's just like, everyone is charmed by Michael, and like, I think that if he makes it to the end, he's going to win. And I think planting that seed now is a good idea for later.
You know, anyone that comes into tribal council being like, I'm so confident or I feel good is crazy. I literally am so nervous every time I come here. So I'm hoping it works out, but confident is kind of being a little generous with how I feel.
I bet if I check my phone right now, I probably have like 6 or 7 texts from Alexis talking about how we need to change the vote again. So this might not even be useful in like 10 minutes, but we will see.
Prickly Bears, welcome to your second tribal council. This one, the Trinity. How does it feel to have immunity individually?
Feels great. It was nice to I mean, obviously there's still things to talk about and things to do this weekend, but it was nice to not have to worry about going home. So it's been great.
Andres, how does it feel to not have immunity?
Really had to go there. No, I'm just kidding. But I mean, I think it was no secret. I was not going to win that challenge. But I like the effort that I put in. Obviously, it sucks not having immunity, but like, what can you do? At that point, you just have to like treat it like a regular week.
Michael, Andres said treat it like a regular week. What does that look like?
You know, challenge, pluckers on Wednesday before, hang out a little bit, and then now 2 weeks in a row of a tribal on Sunday. So that's just kind of the schedule that I think we're gonna have to get used to.
How'd y'all do at Plucker Trivia?
We're sloppy on the movie round. That's the sometimes. We're doing pretty good at music. We missed 2 sports questions that were rough and really could have swung things in our favor, but we're gonna continue to get better. You know, and that's all you can ask for.
Sailor, is there anyone on this tribe that you think needed immunity?
Me? I mean, I got a couple votes last time, so I mean, obviously I would have loved some immunity, but you know, life goes on. It's a game. You know, we'll just see what happens tonight.
Trinity, how do you play a week like this, knowing that it's true everyone's name is on the chopping block except for yours?
I honestly didn't play it any differently than I did any other week. I actually forgot until I got here and did my confessional that I was safe this week. So walking up here, I was like kind of nervous, and I was like, wait, why are you nervous?
Jeff, how does it feel hearing somebody else say that they forgot that they were immune? Do you think you would have forgotten if you had immunity?
Would I have forgotten? I'm gonna be so honest. I would have forgotten too. Yeah, I think it's just one of those things you kind of realize last minute. You're like, oh shit, yeah, I'm safe. Nice.
Alexis, you're shaking your head.
I would have not forgot. No, I would have remembered.
Michael, how did you feel about the Bluebonnets performance at that challenge?
Yeah, it was interesting. I want to apologize for anyone that knows me watching. I fell off way too quick. Endurance and balancing are 2 things that I hope we don't have to do again. Roy was the last one, but he was shaky for a while. I thought Trinity had him. You know, they get to watch us here, and that's an advantage in one way, but they have to vote someone off too, and so I feel like our team is right there with them. We're not behind at all.
Jeff, how do you feel? Do you think you know what's going to happen tonight?
I got no clue. I'm just kind of riding the wave. You know how it goes.
Trinity, do you think you know what's going to happen?
I'll know when you read the votes.
All right. Well, it sounds like maybe some of you might be sort of confident, but the only way to find out is to get to the votes. Alexis, you're up first.
I don't know if you want to run for office in the future, but I do know this is the only time you'll ever get my vote.
I'm scared of you.
All right. You have advantage for the pilot and you'd like to play it. Now would be the time to use. Jeff. We'll go Jeffrey. Sailor. We'll go Jeff. We'll go Sailor. Sailor. It's 2 votes Sailor. We'll go Jeff. Jeff. 2 votes Jeff. 2 votes Sailor. Jeff. 3 votes Jeff, 2 votes Sam. 1 vote Bob. Third person voted out Scrap Texas lost to Thorns. Yikers. Third place. Jeff. Prickly Pears, looks like you actually did know what was going on. Hopefully you didn't get too much weight for the bonus. See you next week.
In this life, there are winners and there are losers. History repeated itself tonight, and Julius Caesar dies again. I kind of expected all of them to vote for me either way. In my opinion, it was kind of set in stone after I voted Sailor last week. So, you know, it is what it is. I told all of them prior to this week as well, you know, whatever happens in this game, I just want a Prickly Pear to win. I think it's ultimately speaking, you have to vote somebody off. I made the most sense. So, what can you do about it? You know, sometimes in life you get cooked, but Tom Brady once said the bad guy has to win every now and then. The good guy can't win every time. So this was meant to be. It was meant to be. It was a fun time. I had a blast. I look forward to seeing the Blue Bonnets suck.
Blue Bonnets, long time no see. Welcome to y'all's second Tribal Council of the season. Jackson, how does it feel to be here for the second time?
Well, honestly, weirdly enough, it feels better because technically we did win the challenge, but obviously because of the twist, we're here. But it does feel better because I think we performed well at the challenge, but it doesn't suck that we're about to have to eliminate someone tonight.
Kat, how do you feel?
I feel really excited. I'm a little bit nervous because I think we became friends. So I'm really wondering what's going to happen tonight.
Can you describe how well y'all's tribe gets along?
Yeah, no, I mean, it's been great getting to know everyone. I love hanging out. No, we don't go to, trivia night on Wednesdays like Prickly Pears, but that's something I think we got to change coming up.
We have to beat them.
Beat them there.
Go up and
win.
With our buffs and everything.
Sarah, after watching the Tribal Council just unfold before you, how do you think your tribe compares to the Prickly Pear tribe?
I think we all get along very well. I think like during their tribal, you can definitely tell there are like different like groups within the group, but I feel like us especially, we're all kind of like friends with everyone, I feel.
Crystal, do you think that Roy painted a target on himself by winning that challenge?
No, I mean, at least in my opinion, like when I look at a game like Survivor, like everyone's trying to do the same thing. So I don't fault anyone or like get mad at anyone or like feel any kind of animosity towards anyone for playing the game and like doing their best. Really just so grateful for Roy and allowing us like winning and like getting us all here to watch the Prickly Pears. That's really the main goal for me.
Octavius, you're smiling and nodding. Did you enjoy the Tribal Council that you just watched?
Yeah, it was really nice to also watch the other tribes council as well. Especially since I kind of thought that they had like this boy and girl alliance.
Yeah.
But with who they voted out tonight, it just shook things up. It was like, whoa.
Jackson, you're nodding. Was there like a perception of some like boys club on the other tribe?
Oh, 1,000%. I went going into this tribal, like watching it, I was like, oh, Alexis is gone, 1,000%. I thought those 4 guys were going to vote her out and it was going to be done so for her. So whenever I saw the first vote was for Jeff and then the next vote was for Sailor and then it only stayed between them 2, I was gagged. I was so like, wow. Yeah.
Literally, he was making so many.
Yeah.
We were exchanging so many glances.
No, because I turned to them. And I was like, I just I'm letting y'all know Alexis is going home, by the way. And then you read the votes, and I was like, oh wow, like, damn.
Crystal, do you think you know what's going to happen next night's Tribal Council?
No, you never know, Jeff. Well, not Jeff.
Jeff's gone. She's got voted out.
I look at you and I see Jeff Probst. No, like Cooper. You never know. Like even in the real Survivor, like you never know. It could always be you.
Octavius, do you think you know what's going to happen tonight?
No, most definitely not, because I'm nervous as hell for myself especially, and I have no idea. But hey, we're all here. Whatever happens, happens. It's a competition. It's gonna happen sooner or later.
Just quick show of hands. Who here thinks they know who's going to go home tonight? Jackson, very confident. Roy, even though you know it's not you, not the same level of confidence as Jackson.
I don't like raising my hand.
That's fair, yeah. It's intimidating. Sarah, do you think y'all's tribe will shock the other tribe in your decision tonight?
Honestly, I have no idea because, you know, we all make decisions for different reasons, and just like how we saw them, we were like, what? You never know what might be the outcome of this one, too.
Kat, what do you think?
About what?
I
think so, because I think looking at us, there's nothing obvious on like, oh, they should vote this person, or even hearing us talking. We've only spoke highly of each other. So, I mean, yes, because they have no idea who it could be. And sincerely, I have no idea who it's going to be. So I think I'm going to be shocked as well.
Octavius, you're chuckling. Is that a nervous chuckle, or are you just excited to be here? Are you excited to vote?
It was a chuckle because everyone else was chuckling, and I was like, oh, maybe I should chuckle too.
Jackson, can you explain your confidence a little bit in tonight's vote?
Yeah, so based off of what plan I know of, I think it's going to go how it's going to go. It's Survivor, whatever. Things change, people shift, but with what I know going into this tribal, I think I know who's going home. That's all I'm gonna say.
Sarah, Jackson thinks he knows who's going home. Does that confidence scare you, or does it? How do you feel about that?
Oh, no way. I was feeling good until that. No, I have no idea at this point. Honestly, I'm just ready for us to vote at this point.
Well, if Sarah's ready, by all means. It is time to vote. Jackson, you're up first.
Surprisingly, from what I've heard, it wasn't hard for people to vote for her as well.
I do not feel bad about this at all.
I'll go tally the votes. If you have an advantage or an idol and you'd like to play it, now would be the time to do so. All right, I'll read the votes. Crystal. Octavius. 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 That's 3 votes Octavius, 1 vote Crystal. The 4th person voted out of Survivor Texas, Blossoms and Thorns. Octavius. Please bring me a torch. Octavius, try this vote. All Bluebonnets, you lost a member. Hopefully, you gained some information. Have a good spring break. I'll see you guys at the next challenge.
After that vote, I don't know. Of course, I'm disappointed, but honestly, I was really expecting it because we're not really good writers. But we're here. I was very happy to meet all of them though. It's a competition. It's a challenge. It was a really fun experience, and I enjoyed being here a lot. Who am I rooting for the most? No one. At least be a bluebonnet that fucking wins this shit. The fuck? For the people at home, touch grass, eat, sleep, and stay healthy.
My name's Jeff.